Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you so much for joining me again. So today I'm creating a piece based on reds and oranges. I'm going to add in some gold, I'm playing with a marble, and I'm also going to do some swiping. I can't wait to create a piece that includes some lines and some lacing with some block colour. This is a really fun piece and this is for a very special person. So I hope you'll stick with me. Let's see what we can create. This is the colour palette that I'm using. I said it was going to be full of reds and oranges. I'm also adding some yellow and some gold. All of these colours, plus more information about my canvas size and other paints that I use, are listed in the description box below, so be sure to check that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one colour at a time. I want red and orange to be the prominent colour. So I'm going to puddle pour each colour in turn onto the canvas. So I've got my red and my orange down. Now the person this is for, they said that they have a lot of red and oranges within their home. But I wanted to also add some gold. Now the gold will signify one thing, or many things should I say. But their kindness and their personality really shines through. And what else could I add other than gold as like a very rich colour to represent their kindness, their personality and their soul. So that's why I've added gold to this piece. It's really interesting because when you create a colour palette, often colours do have universal meanings, but they also have meanings that are very personal to us. So if there's a colour that means something really personal to you, think about building a colour palette up using that colour as your focal point with other colours around it to create yourself a colour palette. Okay, so here's the fun part. I'm going to place the marble in the centre of this piece on the red puddle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up my canvas and I'm literally going to tilt my canvas in different directions, moving the marble across the puddles of paint. And as it goes, it helps merge the colours together and it creates and forms different lines within this piece. Okay, so I've let the marble drop off the canvas and it's on my table. I'm placing my canvas back on my stands. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my torch now to just pop any air bubbles that are currently within the paint. I'm now going to swipe a formula over this paint. This is white titanium by Amsterdam mixed with Australian Floetrol. And it's that combination that creates the lacing that you see here now appearing through that paint. When I swipe, I add the paint to my palette knife. I place my palette knife on top of the paint that's already on the surface of the canvas and I don't press down too hard. I literally allow the palette knife to connect with the paint that's already there and I slowly drag the palette knife, allowing it to glide on top of the surface paint. I'm going to do one more swipe just in this corner here. So again, I'm just going to place my palette knife on the surface of the paint that's already there and slowly drag the palette knife across the paint, allowing it to glide on top. I think this design's already beautiful and I love the reds and the oranges and how it's working with the gold. I suspect we're going to lose a lot of the yellow, but that wasn't really my main colour that I wanted to focus on. We will lose some of that yellow because it's near the edges and the paint's going to be pushed across the edge and down the sides. But I just wanted to show you some of this detail before we stretch it out, and you can see how that lacing has formed and how those lines are appearing from using the marble. So when stretching out your design, allow yourself to get a feel for the canvas itself. Allow yourself to feel where the paint and the weight of the paint is. Think before you pick up what edge you want to push over the canvas first. And once you've made that decision, tilt the canvas in that direction and allow the paint to go over the edge. Don't be scared to turn the canvas as you tilt and allow the paint to go over the edges, and then move the paint back on itself again. By moving the paint back on itself, maintains the pattern that you've created on top and allows you to move the paint across the canvas with minimal spillage on your table, therefore using all of the paint that you've created and placed on your canvas surface. Don't rush this process, just take your time, tilt the canvas from side to side until you're really happy with a composition that you're happy with. I'm definitely happy with the pattern that's been created on top, a mixture of the block colour, the lines and the lacing. I'm going to take you in now for a close-up of the wet version, and if you're enjoying this video, please give me a thumbs up, give the video a like. It helps me gain exposure across YouTube to other people that might be interested in this type of art, so it helps me grow as an artist online. Thank you so much in advance for doing that. So what I'm going to do is I'll leave you with some of these details. I'm going to let this piece dry and then I'll be back to show you a picture of the dry version. So here we go, here's the dry version. It's fully dry, it's not yet varnished. Once I've applied a coat of gloss varnish, it will definitely shine and shimmer a lot more than what you can see here. But I really do love the details. I love how the gold, the orange and the red have really worked together. I really love the lines, the the balance of the block colour and the lacing. And I think by adding that gold to the red and the orange really gives this a special look. And I really hope that the person this is for loves this piece too. Thank you so much for joining me this week. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you've not yet subscribed, it's free to subscribe to my channel, so hit that subscribe button and let me know what you think about this piece in the comments below. Have a great week ahead. Thank you so much for all of your support, and I hope I get to see you again in the next video. Take care everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye.